How about the editing process? You've got 10 episodes to be edited. What's kind of like your route to go for getting these pieces of recording to turn into a published podcast?
It's simple. We outsource.
Mm.
If we were editing our own podcast, we'd still be on the intro to the first one. So it's, you got to know your strengths, and our strengths are talking about real estate and talking with guests and just talking to people about what we do. Our strengths do not lie in anything that has to do with podcasting outside of talking. It really doesn't. And we know that, and we're comfortable with that. So outsourcing has been the best thing for us because it's going to save us time to allow us to focus on the things that move the needle for us.
Good stuff. And so who writes the show notes and titles the episode?
That's the same outsource company.
Nice.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Absolutely. It's
Awesome.
a one-stop shop, and that's really what you need. And that's been just so helpful for us.
Mm-hmm. After it's published, how about like marketing? How about like getting listeners earballs to the podcast? What about like social media? Is there anything that you've systemized, or even if it's not yet systemized, but you're doing that's kind of trying to promote the growth of your podcast?
Yeah. So the company that is editing the podcast, they do cover art, and they'll send little snippets from the podcast, little audiograms, as well as links to the podcast. And we're going to send those to each of our guests so they can put it on their own social media. So that's our plan going forward. And we're going to have the same thing on our social media to kind of get the word out. It's, if you find the one-stop shop to do the editing, to do the audiograms, the links, the cover art, it really frees you up to just kind of get your message out and do your podcast. And that's the most important thing.